Hey everybody, just want to shoot a quick video. I won't keep you long. This video is for people who are living or have people in their life that have mental health issues, depression, anxiety, and don't know how to deal with it. Like anything, there's a right way and there's a wrong way to deal with anything. And depression and anxiety is, the same. So, if we are getting angry because that person is depressed, yes, because it's a change of life. It changes your life and it changes their life. It changes their life a lot worse than it changes your life. But with a little bit of understanding and, thinking before you say things, because even when you're not trying to be minimizing, sometimes you minimize the situation. Sometimes there's a little bit of harshness, and I'm not saying that that's bad, but in the right context, you know what I mean? Like they say, everything's good for you in moderation, right? So if we learn to understand what they're going through, take some time, do some research, talk to them, ask questions if you really care. And it's a tough thing to do because it does put you out, and you're sad because they're sad, or you're angry because your life has changed. And I've noticed in my own experience, and again, these are all my experiences, I'm not a medical professional. So in my own experiences where, I've been telling people about it, people on the street or, friends or whatever, and they're like the old rub some dirt on it generation. And, that's fine, they can be that way, but until they go through what you go through, they're never really going to understand. But you can, I guess, empathetically understand what they're going through. Because, yes, there's days where you can't get up. There's days where you can't even make a text, a phone call, make a cup of coffee, bathe. And it gets pretty tough, pretty sad. So in turn, that drives you crazy as well. So understanding with sympathy and empathy, doing some research, believing what they're saying, it takes a good support system. And I think as a spouse, it's kind of our job to be there for them. I'll give you an example, and you've watched all my rest of my videos. I've told you I've put my wife through hell. I've dragged her down to rock bottom. She came down there with me and she made it a home. She cleaned it up and made it all homey. I dragged her through every mud pit you can possibly imagine, and she kept holding on. So I can honestly say, without my wife, I probably wouldn't be standing here talking to you. Without the support systems that I built, without the thinking, the thought process that I put into my depression, where I've learned to understand it, I've learned to, cope with certain things. Sometimes people get depressed because they can't have the same things as other people. Sometimes people get depressed because, something negative happened in their life, a breakup, or a friend died, or a family member died. And that will probably not closely affect you only in that manner. That's your only connection, is that person. But if you really care about that person, kindly speak to them. Do the whole hand on the knee thing, I'm here for you. Sometimes that's what we want to hear. We want to hear that somebody's there for you. You know what I mean? I say that to every single one of my friends, man, I'm here for you. I got your back. And, you know, sometimes they come, sometimes, you know, just knowing that I'm there for them, knowing that anything they need from me, I got you, you know what I mean? And that's the way my wife was. Sorry, I hurt my back yesterday. So, that being said, before we go any further, if you guys want to, you know, hit the subscribe and the like buttons, it really helps me out with the algorithm on YouTube. It would be great. And if you want to hear any more of my stories, so I'm going to give you an example of, you know, there's not understanding because you're ignorant or uneducated to the fact that mental health affects people this way, or you're just an asshole. So I worked at this place in Collingwood. I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to say the name of the person. I thought about it, but again, it's just not ethical, and I don't want to play those games. But so this one person, he knew I was depressed. He knew I had anxiety, and he'd go out of his way to torture me. At least that's how I felt, anyways. And you know, getting you know, people telling me the same thing. Yeah, he's out to get you and stuff like that. It's a very, very tough thing to go. I mean, that you go there, that's your livelihood, and then you have to go there for 8 hours a day and just be treated like garbage. But again, this person had some issues that he didn't deal with, and I think that's the reason why he's this way. Because you hear all the old stories about this person, and everybody say, yeah, he was a great guy, he was funny, party, drink. But then something happened where he was the last person to know, and he just lost all trust in humanity. And, you know, what we don't understand, we're going to ridicule. So it was probably the combination of the two. So it ended up I don't work there anymore. Thank God. But there's going out of your way, and then there's ignorance. Now, if you don't understand, if you keep saying, well, I don't understand what you're going through, I don't understand what you're going through, there's a lot of research out there that you could look up. You could also comment down below. You can ask me on Instagram, Colin181 on Instagram. In my Facebook, Colin Clarke, hashtag I'm here. In my inbox there. I always answer you. I always will. You have any questions, that's kind of why I'm doing this. You know, we got to kill the stigma of, you know, mental health being a joke like people think it is. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. People do use mental health as an excuse, right? And sometimes it's hard to tell because it's not a physical condition. So it's just like workers' compensation. You could say, oh yeah, I hurt my elbow, you get a check, you go home, you know. So it's a hard thing to determine. And there's a lot of doctors out there that are giving antidepressants to people who don't need antidepressants. You know, sometimes you can do it with therapy. Actually, my friend Reg Moore sent me something very interesting, how you can control your mental health through your diet. And I'm currently researching that. I'm going to put up a video about that pretty soon. But this video, basically, we're all on this planet together. We have to live next door to each other. We have to live in the same house as each other. It doesn't cost anything to educate yourself on how mental health affects people. And if you're watching this, I'm knowing mental health is affecting you, because this is what my channel is all about, is to provide information to me. Again, not a medical professional, not a counselor, just sharing my experiences and my coping methods, and any advice that I can give you through my own experiences. Now, I do urge people to get therapy, and I know it's kind of hard now with the current situation the world's in right now. If you're, you can get online, on the phone. There's, a whole different way. Again, you can talk to me if you want. I have a vault. I keep everything in the vault, and I know that's hard, trusting some stranger with some vulnerable information about yourself, but I've been there. I've been on both ends. I've had to deal with people that have mental health issues, and I've had severe mental health issues myself. And I'm just so happy that I have so much positive energy that I can supply to everybody with these videos. So with that being said, I love you all dearly. Hashtag I'm here, and I always will be. Please don't forget to subscribe, like. It really helps out my channel. God bless, and please have a great day. Be safe, everybody.